Because it's going to be the issue of patriotism, sameness, that Nigerianness does not exist. Even if Yoruba land was a country, you cannot be taking taxes from the Egba and be developing Ekiti. That was what happened during the Kiriji War. Because Ibadan was collecting tributes, levies, and taking it to enjoy, to be taking care of Ibadan. The Ekiti people revolted. Ekiti people revolted. And it led to one of the longest civil war in the history of Africa. So you cannot be taking taxes from some places and be developing space. This is anarchy. I'm looking ahead of us. Some people are already insulting people like me. They say I'm a pacifist. They call me all sorts of names that I'm trying to pander to some people. Because we are preaching peace. Some people will not listen to me. They won't listen to many of us. And why should Nigeria continue to buy bullets instead of buying books? We need to buy more books. What you saw in Abuja, where those young kids were paraded in court, was that Nigeria preferred to buy bullets than buying books. Go and look at how much they sell a bullet and how much you are going to buy a book for a child. Nigeria prefer to buy a bullet instead of buying a book. At all levels. Because they don't want to do the hard work of social engineering in order to social negotiation, diplomatic negotiation, in order to keep Nigeria as one. They just want to carry guns, call soldier, kill as many people as possible, and be laughing in Abuja. And some people are going to come on social media and support it. And they'll be handsomely rewarded. Just shout patriotism. So, I'm going to end here. We hope the current reforms, we hope it fosters and ushers a new dispensation within Nigeria. We hope fiscal federalism and true federalism will come back to Nigeria. We hope ethno-linguistic federalism will come back to Nigeria. We hope our brothers in the Northwest, specifically, we understand Nigeria is not Sokoto Caliphate. The days of jihad is over. The political Islam, political Christianity has no place in Nigeria. For Nigeria to know peace, Islam cannot be the identity of Nigeria. Christianity cannot be the identity of Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, you will understand that it is madness and suicide to try to enforce that kind of ideology on the rest of Nigeria. Because nobody is going to win. And hopefully the Connaught is going to think deeply and declare war against illiteracy and start mass education. They can apply and get a lot of funding, NGO fundings from international countries, from international organizations to mass educate every youth in the Connaught. It's doable. I mean, Awolowo did it in 5 years. He mass educated all our fathers. Awolowo made a law. If you don't send your children to school in the Western region, you will go to jail. And he was jailing people that refuse to send their children to school. That's why people like us can be here speaking big grammar. Because of the foundation Awolowo laid for us. That's why the best schools, the best universities, the best everything is in the West. Because he built the human resources, the human time. We hope the Connaught is going to do this. because we are afraid the corn-nut might drag every one of us into the abyss. We are not insulted, but that's what is happening. Look at the millions we are using to fight Boko Haram. Trillions. The money we are using to fight Boko Haram will give us 24-hour electricity. But you cannot drag all of us down and still be expecting us to use our taxes to subsidize your feudal lifestyle. We will revolt. It is inevitable. We will revolt. We are not slaves. And this will be fought to a logical conclusion, constitutionally and legally. The Almighty continue to help us. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, Madam Ajoke, I would like to end there. Thank you, everybody that has been in the room. Are you there, the host?
Ààrẹ,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ lọ mú mi. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé. Ẹ kó wọn. Dr. Buki, I can see your hand up.
Okay, Mommy.
Loud and clear.
Are, thank you very much. That was a very good lecture. Tying the current issue in Nigeria, the taxation, together with what's likely going to happen. Because I think passive income, like you said, it has really emboldened a lot of Nigerians. But by the time that the economy switched to a tax economy, people will start feeling it personally, individually, and of course, it's going to lead to uprising, just like you've shown historically. I'm going to make a couple of announcements, and I'm going to ask my question in regards to the lecture you just gave. For those of you that participated in our Yoruba Ronu essay, please, I apologize to you. You've been waiting. 3 old men, college professors, emeritus professors who are grading the essays. And we had a lot of essay this year. We had over 100 entries. The 100 entries were reduced to 40 after they were kind of cross-checked. And these men has been trying to grade it. I only received one of them. Have sent me their batch. There is 2 other batches that is yet to be returned. I'm hoping that this week they will return it so that we can announce who the winner is. There are going to be 6 winners. The first 3 will be like big money winners, and then the second set of 3 will be like 50,000 naira each. So please bear with us. We didn't forget you. A lot of you have been sending email. I know you want the money so you can make good use of it. We did not forget you. The second announcement is those of you that have registered to TYF as members, thank you very much. We received a lot of people wanted to join TYF. It makes us very happy because it means that you believed in what we're doing. There is so many entries. I can't give you the number, but maybe about 1,000 as we are right now. We are sorting through this. We do not forget you. We will get back to you. Just give us some time to get ourselves, where we want you guys to be. We don't want people to come in and then they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's the update about that. For those of you that have been sending messages, and those of you that have applied before the membership became free, we will also get back to all of you as well. So those are the 2 important updates for TYF members and things like that. My question to you, the speaker, Mr. Are, I liked your lecture, and it is deep, and I'm sure that it's very, very critical. A lot of people will appreciate the lecture. To me, it's very objective, but I have a concern, and the concern is that are we not repeating the mistakes of the First Republic? Because we've spent so many years talking about the fact that Nigeria is a clash of civilization, and I saw, one of the old Nigerian senator, or what was he? I think he was a minister or something like that. This was a guy that was affiliated, people said a lot of things about him. I don't know if they were true or not. How is an Islamic fundamentalist? And he's to be giving a lecture about the lessons from the Sokoto Caliphate, the how they were able to use union, like cooperation among themselves to, take over the Sokoto Caliphate. I mean, build the Sokoto Caliphate. Talking about jihad, and you ask yourself, that's their culture. We cannot say that they should not learn from their past. We learn from our past every day. You included Adubi war here. But you ask yourself, why are we trying to continue the same path that really did not yield anything in the First Republic? I commend President Bola Tinubu. I see what he's trying to do. I mean, based on my little assessment of his government to date, he's trying to fix Nigeria. He's taking the hard step. But what are the likelihood, what is the probability that he's going to succeed with this? When we know what happened in the First Republic, it's, to me, we're enforcing, like you made mention of, they should go and educate their youths and all of that. But I remember that you're one of the people that always educate us on the fact that we should not look at Almanjiri's system as a kind of informal education, because it is a form of education. That is the kind of education that they wanted to give. It's an Islamic education, and it has its own benefit, depending on how you look at it. Now you're also making a suggestion that they should mass educate their youth in Western education, and that somehow they should change and abandon their ways. But that is their civilization way. That is the way they want to be. Why is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu continuing this path, bringing this tax system to enforce it? Why is it not pursuing ethno-linguistic federalism, true ethno-linguistic federalism? Let the regions know their identity, control their own taxes internally, create a system that they can contribute to the center, as opposed to him. It looks like he's centralizing more than you would expect in somebody that is trying to bring true federalism. So I'm just to me, I'm seeing like we're replaying the same thing, and I'm afraid we're going to end up where we started from, and we end up with war. That we're saying that some people are saying that you're suggesting that we should try to avoid war. So I don't know if my question makes sense to you, but that is my question to you.
Okay, thank you very much. What I want to say is, because I'm trying to pick my words carefully. I'm an optimist, and I'll forever be an optimist. I'm trying to pick my words, as I said. We hope that a miracle happens, and somebody like the current Saudi prince, who is currently using the iron fist to destroy Wahhabism and Salafism in Saudi Arabia, and trying to secularize and turn Saudi Arabia to another Dubai. We hope such a person rises up in the core north, because the core north needs to be saved. It needs to be saved from itself. It is self-destructing, and it is dragging every one of us into hell. And it's like they just decided they want to drag every one of us into hell. The core north is not different from Sudan, the way it is set up. When South Sudan left Sudan, I knew a lot of ignorant people. Hey, maybe South Sudan don't jogun here. Now look at what is happening in Sudan. From the day South Sudan got into Sudan, it has always been war, Islamic extremism. We saw the Sultan of Sokoto welcoming that person I think the person has been jailed in the United Kingdom for preaching hate. And all of them were defending it on social media. I knew the person you're talking about, Pantami, coming to Lagos to come and give lectures on the benefit of Sokoto Caliphate. How's the business? You want to discuss Sokoto Caliphate? Why come to Yoruba land? After our fathers fought in 1840, fought in 1851, fought in 1878 to protect our space and keep that rubbish from our land. No apologies saying some things. Why should you come and be telling us the advantage of Sokoto Caliphate? To what? To who? As what? To we Yorubas? Is Nigeria a Sokoto Caliphate? That's why we need to promote Yoruba culture and identity. That is the antidote, the temporary antidote to this madness that they are bringing in. They want to bring into Yoruba land. We've seen some of them being financed, coming on social media to spew rubbish. So you look at Sudan. Sudan is at war. Thousands are being killed every day. Because they refuse to secularize. Even though they tried after the revolution that happened there, the protest, they stopped Sharia law, and it was too late. It was too late. Still, they are currently killing East and Western Sudan are killing themselves. The Western Arabs and the Eastern Arabs. What united them before was the killing of Southern Christians and Southern Sudanese. Now they are killing themselves. Boko Haram started killing Christians in Borno. After wiping out and killing a lot of Christians, now they started killing moderate Muslims. Later they started killing any Muslim cleric that criticizes them. Later they started killing themselves. And I'm sorry to say this, there are a lot of people in the Connaught that studied in Sudan. They have the same ideology as what you have in Sudan. They think Nigeria should be like Sudan. They believe if they do their job properly, so the way South Sudan was able to escape their madness, Southern Nigeria will not be able to escape their madness. All those things of we are building railway, in their mindset, they should just carry gun and come and capture. Yeah, I'm not preaching hatred. Because we need to have a discussion. We need to talk about our future in Nigeria. And that's why I said, if Tinubu gets this thing done, the old guards will naturally disappear in Nigeria, in the north. And the right people will get into the position of power in the Connaught. It's the bitter truth. Because there's no free money anymore. Because you have a lot of population that you can use. You have a cheap labor. And you are not getting free money anymore. You will be forced to survive. That population in the Connaught is a big blessing. For people that have for industry, for, people like, if you want to, in places like Vietnam, it's a big, you have a large population. Build industry, cheap labor, they will get work to do on semi-skilled labor. And what we currently have, that's why I said I'm optimistic, and I'm eternal optimist. Let's see what happens with President Tinubu's reforms. We hope they don't kill him, because we've seen them threatening that they are going to give him the Abiola treatment. They said it. See all these young boys from the Connaught threatening a sitting president. That protest that they organized, those young boys were calling for a coup. They wanted a coup to happen in Nigeria. Treason. We want a coup to happen in Nigeria. Now they are bragging 2027 will humiliate. They're not even waiting for 20, they will humiliate. We cannot continue like this for the next 1 year. Because we are in a country where a Yoruba man won the presidency and they killed him, killed his wife, destroyed his business empire, killed more than 50 Yoruba leaders, and they got away with it. So that's why some of us are crossing our fingers and observing. Because Nigeria of 2000 of the First Republic is no longer Nigeria of 2024. The Niger Delta is armed. The Southeast is armed. Middle Belt, they become more nationalistic. Northeast is unstable. Northwest is unstable. The only place you have a modicum of sanity is the Southeast with Southwest. And we also have people who believe Nigeria there should be able to do a republic in the Southwest too. So boasting of killing of military will not solve Nigeria's problem. We need to reorganize this country. If you love Nigeria, you should be supporting what Tinubu is doing. You should be supporting him. Because if Nigeria becomes economically insolvent, it will collapse and everybody will go their separate ways. And he's trying to make it work. I know what you mean. I won't say much about Pantami, but all the rubbish messages is coming to come and preach in Southwest. God will not make him, Almighty God will not make him come and destabilize our peace here. And we hope that one day this madness will stop. This madness will stop. Because if you are a political Islamist, you have no business in politics in a secular country. That's why we saw the opera. We are talking about productivity. Somebody is talking about Sharia law in a secular country. In a secular country. Nigeria will find its identity. Fingers are crossed. And let's wait and see. To find its identity.
It's not coming to Lagos to preach his thing, no. He's doing it in Sokoto. That is where he's doing it. And I don't have any problem with it, personally. My comparison or the reason I asked that question is that, to me, they're making a statement of this is who we are. And they're calling their people back together. We did it in Sokoto, we did Jihad, whatever. We can do it here. That's what it interprets to me. What I'm saying is that why is our president not trying to just solve this problem? If he wants to fix Nigeria, why is he not putting in ethno-linguistic federalism? Why is he beating about the bush, centralizing all these taxes? If he created ethno-linguistic federalism, nobody will be fighting over that.
I'm coming. He's not centralizing tax. The Nigerian Revenue Board Tax Board is just a revenue collecting agency. Some states in Nigeria do not have a tax collection agent. That's why when I see people talking about alphabeta, tax for you to, that's why all these Deloitte, all these powerful companies, they employ them to come and help them to collect taxes. It is not beans. I don't want to comment on this. I don't want to say so. I don't want to say anything on this. Please.
Okay, I understand you. That's fine.
Khalifa, I've sent you an invitation. Ayodeji, I've sent you also an invitation. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So please accept the invitation. I've sent you the invitation. Said, please go ahead. Take your 3
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Ajoke, Are, Buka, everybody on the speaker session and the listener. In fact, this topic is a very good one. I enjoyed the lecture and most of the concern have been addressed, actually. So, but I have a little contribution about the question that Madam Obirin asked that time concerning this issue of unitary system of tax. If we look at what we are currently doing in Nigeria, I think the reason for unitary way of collecting the tax is because of multiple taxation. If you are trying to bring food stuff or whatever goods you are bringing from one state to another, before you get to destination, the number of levies you are going to pay from each local government to another local government is too. Even get to the market, different levies you are going to be paying as well is adding to who was the chairman tax. Look at that, okay, let's actually define the tax we should be collecting, and we'll have a form of agreement amongst all of us, all the states, all the region, the local government, that these are the taxes that will be levied against the businessmen, so that they will be able to plan and see that yes, they will be able to be profitable in their business. So where the confrontation is coming from is the how to share the tax. So the derivative principle that is being bring on board, that is where people are having issue with that particular tax issue. They are happy that they will collect more tax because with this, state will have more. The federal government will have less from the VAT. But the major problem they are having is the people that are producing should earn more. Where they consume, they should earn more. But the old order is what the people still want. And that is where the problem is coming from. And that's why they are going against this tax. But I love the courage of the president that said that he will not withdraw that bill. And that bill has to go through. So they will continue to enlighten those people that doesn't know and doesn't know the implication. From the lecture we heard today, if we don't reform today, we are going to use war to reform it by force, because by the time oil well is not coming again, and the majority of the wealth that we use to develop will come from tax, people will start to ask questions, and nobody will allow you to be working and the baboon will be chopping. Thank you. Let me yield.
Go, Mr. Said. Thank you so much. Khalifa, okay, now you help. Tyler, are you there? Okay. Khalifa, please take 3 minutes. Thank you.
Alright, Ekale Bubule, good evening everyone. Basically, Mr. Said already said the big part of what I wanted to say, which is the fact that sooner or later, eventually, Kini Oshimano drop and one thing I feel or I suspect is that this northern leaders, they are ready for war if it's going to come, because they already have a lot of foot soldiers. When they can recruit children as small as 15, 16 and hand them Russian flags, it shows you that whatever poverty and all sorts of things that are in the north is intentional, and they're engineering it for a purpose. So these people, they have soldiers if they want to create chaos or if they want to play their bloody games, and that's why they don't really value human lives. Wọ́n ní àwọn ẹran tó máa dà síwájú tó máa fi fa wàhálà. So it is up to the rest of us to play our own games intellectually and smartly. That's why we have to support our people. Regardless of I do not support Tinubu or the masses are suffering, blah blah blah. He needs as much support and prayers that we can offer him beyond prayer itself, because I believe that prayers without work is nothing. So he needs as much support, like intellectual on spaces, maybe writing to House of Rep members and all too, because these people will do whatever it takes to continue to feed off the rest of the country. And they've seen that some of them even say it, even those of them that have nothing, that they are born to rule, kinikon, we disgrace the law, we disgrace this, we disgrace that, because they've just created a lazy mindset in their mind that regardless of whatever happens, as long as Nigeria exists, they will always be the one to eat. And the sad part of it is that even all the benefits they enjoy today in Nigeria, right from maybe first school, counter coup and all, they did not work for majority of it. But the fact that they want to let their àwọn tó kó wa lẹ́rú in the first place, the British, and they've created a system that favors them. So while some people might not support Tinubu because they don't understand his goal and mission or his visions, it is still in our best interest for everybody to collectively, everybody in the south, even the middle belt, to collectively ensure that all these reforms are passed, because you will realize the fact that once this money stops flowing, even these northerners that will keep shouting one Nigeria, they will be the ones at the forefront for maybe regionalism or dividing the country, because there will be nothing to benefit their elite again. Right now, all the benefits they are reaping from where they've not sown anything. But the moment those things cease or stop, they would do the right thing, or even when they realize that maybe agriculture is now contributing more and they are the ones that are paying and people in the south are reaping from them, then they will start being like, oh, we need true journalism and all. Because at the end of the day, people are just like, I don't know, I will not even call them thieves. They are just people that have this mentality that nǹkan ọ̀fẹ́ na wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ. There are countless mineral resources in the north that if you have a properly functioning country, poverty should not even exist there, and they should even be able to like subsidize the south too on a lot of things. But everything in this current country, the south is just subsidizing them. Education, even the agric, they will take money from the south, fund agric there, still have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. So it's up to us, our people especially, because I see a lot of people, Yoruba people, Southerners and others, Tinubu this, Tinubu that. You have to look at the long game, because if you are not going to fight physically, you have to fight on the planning table, I mean on the sharing table, and that's a fight that you have to be looking at the long-term results, not immediate results. So things might be a little bit tight now, gbogbo wa ló kàn, but gbogbo wa náà a máa fara gbá ni for the greater good. Because I'm very, very positive that if Tinubu achieves the things that he plans on doing, it's going to be in our great interest and ní gbogbo wa náà ṣáà ló máa favour ṣá, bí mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn, torí ìjà tó ń jà ìjà wa ni, but a lot of us might not see it like that right now because maybe things are tough or we don't have that foresight. But with patience and all, I believe we will all reap the fruit of this progress. Ẹ ṣé, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi kún gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nìyẹn.
Mr. Khalifa, thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Hello, Ibidun also wants to come on stage. A lot of people are messaging me. Did you see Ibidun?
Ibidun, I can see Ibidun. I mean, Moti send the invite. I send a lot of invites. Me or Moboya, the people are not getting my invites. Maybe the host should please check. I don't really know what is going on. I invited Ibidun.
No, I think the invite is not going directly to the DMs. It's going to one hidden part. So they have to like click on that part, see the messages to get the invite. At least that's why I saw it.
Check. Mr. Femi should also check. Obìnrin àkànṣe ẹjọ́ ẹ check because our invites mo send jáde, they are still hanging here. I can see them.
Jide also messaged me. Jide also wants to come on stage. There's a lot of messages in my DM.
I got messages too. One Nigeria United said over 2 hours he's been trying to come up.
Okay, me re-invite or host, please check. Maybe
Dracula.
you can make
Yes.
try can make Are now as a co-host so that we are now my try because I'm trying from my side. I don't know. I could see the invitation. Okay, I mean it's showing canceling the invitation. I see everybody to invite on the line, but they are not accepting the invitation. I don't understand. So probably I don't know. Maybe the fault is on my side. Oh, Arabirin is invited. I mean, I invited a lot of people, so I don't know what is going on. But can they raise their hands? Maybe Tomati raise a one. Anybody that want to come up, please raise your hand. Maybe I can see it so that I can send you an invite and let's see maybe it's going to work. Host, share one be.
Are you there, host? Obola? Okay, it's probably there. Maybe she's not speaking. Host, are you there?
I'm coming. Let me check.
Because we don't know why you cannot invite people on stage, and there's a lot of people that want to speak. Okay.
I don't think host is there. Okay.
Host,
Host, share one be. I don't. I don't think so. Okay, Arabirin, go ahead. So let me keep trying.
Ẹ kalẹ̀ gbogbo ilé ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi.
yes.
I'm coming. Tẹ̀síwájú.
Okay. I greet everybody in the house. Ẹ kú wájú o. Ẹ dẹ̀ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Miss Àjọkẹ́. Ààrẹ. Kò ní sú wa o, kò ní rẹ̀ wá o. Wàhálà yìí. Mo ní àwọn ìbéèrè kan. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí ààrẹ sọ pé in Nigerian state, Yoruba land is the last place that you need the war. But then, how are we going to get out of this mess? Nítorí, in this Nigerian state, there is like the reason why some people actually agree to be in Nigerian state is because of their agenda to annex some people's territory. And I want to believe Yoruba land,
Arábìnrin àgbọ́yìn mọ́ o.
because if I understand, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí, ọmọ, this network, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
On fluctuate. On fluctuate. Okay, a tún ti ń gbọ́ yín padà. Ìbídùn, please accept the invitation. Uh-huh.
Okay. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn tó wà lórí ètò. Mo ní pé mo ní ìbéèrè tí mi fẹ́ bi wá pé I think is a problem.
I think our network.
And it's like some people actually agree to join to this Nigerian state because they have agenda.
I think we lost her. The network is bad.
The network is very bad.
Okay. Okay. Mobola, are you there? Mobola, are you there? Okay. I think we have a lot of network issues.
Yeah, I can see, yeah. Because like you see now, even Bonka now, network to Jag Bonka Asile. So I think it's a network issue.
Okay. What I want to say is I'll quickly try and answer the question by Arabian. She's actually right when she says some people are in Nigeria because of expansionism to grab other people's territory. That's the bitter truth. That's why when I said there are two types of Nigerians, there are some Nigerians that sincerely want to build a Nigerian nation, and there are some people in Nigeria that want to build an empire. So the empire builders in Nigeria are people that believe in Nigeria there is no man's land. There are people in Nigeria that believe that they can use federal government to grab thousands of acres and turn into a cattle colony. People that believe that the diamonds in Sokoto should belong to them. You know, all those kind of crazy, or people that believe that state of origin should be removed and replaced with state of residence. You know, people that believe that the indigenous people must not control their politics and economy, and they are also hiding under one Nigeria. Sharing Nigeria, àti wèrè tútù, àti wèrè gbígbẹ, àtẹ̀yàntàrẹ ẹ̀yà, àtẹ̀yàntàrẹ òyà, òun ló wà lọ́ndà ẹ̀. Ṣé understand? Ṣé rí wọ́n ní tójú tì ẹ́ làpárò fi ń ríran. We are the ones that are going, we know the situation now. And anybody telling you secession and everything, that's a very bloody and very long process to take. What we need to do is to protect our space, do what other people are doing, and we need to ensure our youth are conscious. Because a lot of Yoruba youths don't actually understand they are playing with extinction and slavery. They are playing with extinction and slavery. Many of them actually voted for Peter Obi. They voted for Gbadebo. It was after the election they actually realized that they used their hands to put fire into their own house. Many of them actually learned the hard way. But sometimes you might not have a second chance. Because politics has been, instead of going into war, some people now use politics to wage war in Nigeria for expansionism. So I understand what you're talking about. And there's a lot of things we cannot discuss here in the open. And let me tell you the truth. A lot of our politicians actually understand many of these things we are talking about. They know about it. They know about it. They might not be coming on Twitter to speak like many of us, and they also understand what Nigeria is all about. They get it. So we just need to organize ourselves. You see the way Arewa youths, the way they come out to defend rubbish, to promote religious extremism, justify the killing of Deborah. You are going to see 4,000 likes. You won't even know they exist, that they are on Twitter. It is when they want to promote extremism that you are going to see them in their thousands. When they are discussing other things, but when they want to preserve and defend their privilege, you see them saying rubbish on social media. You understand? So it is left for us to also organize ourselves and defend our turf. So because what is actually happening now, nobody can go to the south and drag rubbish with them. You can't drag their lands with them. You can't go to the southeast and drag lands with them. You can't go to the northwest and drag lands with them. Even Middle Belt too are standing up and preserving their space. So the only people that are seen as unserious, as Akotileta, are the Yoruba people. And we just need to protect our space. Sheget. So, and we are doing it. We need to tell our mothers, our fathers, Yoruba land will not be the guinea pig of expansionism and empire building in Nigeria. No, we will protect our land. We will protect because there is no Without land, there is no Yoruba people. Without land, there is no Yoruba culture. Without land, there is no Yoruba civilization. And that land, you need to build prosperity. So if your taxes is taken from you to build other places, you are going to die of poverty. And one of the places to subjugate the people is to weaponize poverty to keep them under lock and key. Look at what they've done to the Yoruba people of Kogi. They've used underdevelopment to keep them disempowered. Look at what they've done to the Yoruba people of Kwara South. Apart from Federal Polytechnic offer, there is no single federal presence or federal institution of note in the entire Kwara South. That was one of the biggest places in Nigeria, biggest senatorial zones. It's being concentrated in a place. It's intentional. That's why you look at United Kingdom. There's a reason why it's only a place, London, that is developed compared to the other places. Those are colonial legacies. Colonial is intentional. It is intentional. So we just need to defend, to educate our people. Don't sell lands. Lease your lands. Lease it. Don't sell it. Don't preserve your space. Teach your children Yoruba culture. Teach them Yoruba values. Don't allow Christianity or Islam to take away your Yoruba-ness. Those are things we can preach. Those are things we need to advocate for. We need to teach them political education. We need to understand what Nigeria is. We need to tell them, many of our youths, not been in year 2000, 2001, they don't know who MKO Abiola is. They don't know about Nadeko struggle. That's why they can come and be supporting Peter Obi that worked for Abacha in 2024. It's like spitting on the graves of their parents. We need to tell them who Awolowo was. We need to tell them who Akintola was. The history. Because our youth, Yoruba youth are the most naive youths in Yoruba land, in Nigeria. And when you are naive, you are going to be used to destroy your own house. You understand? It is Yoruba people that everybody, nobody wants Yoruba people to be Yoruba conscious. Nobody wants it. There will even be some of our people that will be saying rubbish to justify those kind of nonsense. The meaning of some people will even say we are members of Afenifere, we are members of this and that, and when they start talking, you start weeping. So what has happened to us as a people? The only people who openly speak terrible things against themselves in order to appear detribalized in Nigeria are the Yoruba people. Such attitude, self-destructive behavior must stop. Must stop. When you see politicians doing it, campaign against them. We must understand the political process. We must campaign against them. We must make them politically irrelevant. Because your politicians are also the custodian of your culture. They are the custodians of your land. They are the ones that ensure who becomes your obas. They are the ones. They are the ones. So there is a lot we can do with us for ourselves. It's a gradual process. We are understanding the process more. And now we still continue. War is should never be part of the options. We must continue to peacefully advocate for anything we want. We must never join them in any destructive. We must not toe the path of other regions in Nigeria. We must never do that. We must always be peaceful. Always. No matter the provocation, we must always. But if you look at Awolowo was never a violent man. Was never a violent man. So may Almighty God continue to help us. It's like, Madam Ajoka, you did not bring up more people, and we need.
Moti right kiosti. I think something is, I don't know. But yeah, other PPR side meaning. I've been inviting people. I've invited a lot of people. I think 10 people are on the list. Okon show invites. Cancel the invitation. Cancel the invitation. So I don't know what is going on.
I
And
think
I
we need.
think yeah.
Let me just give the vote of thanks. Thank you everybody once again to another beautiful Yoruba Runu session. You must understand that taxation, war, revolutions are all intertwined. If you really want to, by Tuesday, this lecture should be on our YouTube page and on Spotify. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube, share with your friends and families to enjoy these lectures. We'll be very, very happy if you continue to help us. And I also want to, there are a lot of Yoruba pages that I would like you to follow. If you can just find them, Ilorin Afonja is on YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, the Yoruba Times, newspaper online. You can also join them, follow them, follow all the hosts here. Then Think Yoruba First platform, please join us. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Please kindly follow. And if we have different platforms. There's a lot of things we are going to be bringing up on TYF. By God's grace, by next year, but I'm not going to comment on it. If you've registered to join us and we've not reached out to you, we will surely do that. And we will surely declare, by this week, by God's grace, we will ensure that the winners of Yoruba Ronu are, by the special grace of God, announced. Thank you so much, everyone. Without you, we can never be here. Those that wanted to come on and you couldn't talk is due to network issues. Thank you, everybody, once again. May Almighty God help us. Eshe pupo.
Eshe, for saying that, I actually want to say that what you just mentioned. Eshe go, thank you. Emma Bino, Bubu, Inti, Ali, okay. Network, low far. So, it's about the next week. I think that will be fixed. So, Emma Bino say, wow. Thank you so much, everybody.